Hi, welcome to the Improved Garage YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, please click the subscribe button. So today I'm going to be talking about something that is not something I've gone over on the channel before, but it's something I think is pretty cool. So this will go in the stuff I think is cool playlist. So these are a pair of Nikes, and I've started to get into shoes a little bit lately, which seems weird, but you know, growing up I always had like one or two pairs of shoes. I had a nice pair in the shoes that I was like, that were kind of beaten and destroyed. And now I'm to a point where I can kind of have more than that. So, you know, I have a couple Pumas, I have a couple Adidas, I have a couple Nikes now. I have, you know, 14-ish pairs of different sneakers, New Balance, a couple different New Balance. And they're all, you know, I buy them every couple of months. I'll buy a pair of shoes. So, you know, I have some New Balance that I've had for 4 or 5 years that are still in pretty good shape. Because I tend to be pretty easy on them now. I'm not, you know, out playing in the dirt like I was when I was a kid. So, I started looking at Nikes, and I haven't owned Nikes in years, but I picked up this pair of, they're Metcon 7s, Metcon Sport. And they've got like a Velcro strap on them. They're all mesh. They're actually really nice. They're super comfortable. So I picked those up the other day. I found them at a store on sale and just bought them. They happen to have my size. And I like them a lot. So I started looking at other Nikes, and I wanted to get some of their Gore-Tex sneakers because they're supposed to be water resistant or waterproof. And I thought, well, that would be kind of interesting for like washing cars, right? Because you're washing the hood, you end up with a pile of soap on your shoe, and you inevitably end up with wet shoes. Every time I wash cars, every Sunday, I've got wet shoes, you know. So I thought that the Gore-Tex ones would be interesting. And a lot of the Gore-Tex ones are in weird colors, or they're out of stock, or they're this or that. So I ended up going with something else. And I did a Nike by You, which is the first time I've ever done Nike by You. So Nike by You is where you pick a shoe, and then you customize it to be your shoe. So these are, I'll pull one out of the box here. So this is how it comes in the box. There's a slip cover on it, obviously. It ships from China. It took about 2.5 weeks to get here. The last week there was issues getting it out of China with UPS because of COVID, but it wasn't that much longer than just buying a normal pair of shoes on their website. If it wasn't for the China issue, it probably would have been less than 2 weeks, and it takes, you know, 3 or 4 days if you order something they have in stock. So, you know, add a week and a half, 2 weeks maybe to buying a pair of shoes. Now, these shoes normally would have been $160. As a by You, they were $165, so it's an extra $5, but I got exactly what I wanted. It's kind of interesting. So they come in this white box, Nike by You, and then this slides out, and it's like a drawer. This doesn't actually come off. And then under here, one of one, and then here is just one of the shoes. So this is a Nike Air Zoom Pegasus 38 Shield. That's the model of the shoe. So the shield indicates that there's a coating on the shoes that's supposed to repel water. So that's the reason that I chose this, because I thought that'd be interesting. Maybe it'll repel the water, maybe it won't. It can't be any worse than the normal shoes that I wear that take on water pretty easily. And during the process, you get to design, there's like 12 different options. So it's this, it's the swoosh, this stripe, the swoosh here, this red portion, the tongue and insert, and then like this gray portion up top, the laces, a bunch of other things. So this is what I ended up with. Oh, and the bottom. There's like 3 different textures for the bottom. So that's the shoe as I designed it. And I think it came out pretty good, actually. I'm excited to try them on, excited to wear them. You know, I have other Nikes, so that I know size 11 fits me in a Nike. Every shoe brand seems to run a little differently. I wear a larger size in, say, New Balance than I do in Nike, for example. But, you know, these are the Shield shoes, so I'm going to try them out, see how they work, and see whether or not I like them, and maybe I'll order more in the future. I think that if you're already at the level where you're going to be spending, you know, $160 on a pair of sneakers, if you're buying something that is that I don't want to say quality or caliber, because that makes it sound like it's a higher quality or higher caliber product than others. Nike makes inexpensive shoes and expensive shoes. If you're already at the point where you're going to be spending, $130, $150, $160 on a pair of sneakers, getting the customized ones for an extra $5 and waiting an extra 2 weeks to have them arrive to you, I think is actually pretty cool. These are one of one, which is kind of interesting. Unless somebody else, like, you can go on right now and you can pick the same colors that I did and you can build your own, and it would say, Nike by Carl, and it'd be one of one for you too, even though it's really not one of one. But there are 12 different options for this particular shoe, so the chances of somebody picking exactly what I picked are a little bit lower, but so here they are. I'm pretty excited. I waited a couple weeks for them, and they're finally here today, so I'm gonna get to try them on and see how they fit, which I'm sure they'll fit just like my Metcons do, and go from there. But anyway, thank you for watching. Hopefully I don't turn too many people off with the change in content. It's not going to stay this way. Please subscribe and have a great day.